Hi and welcome. My name is Lisa Koster, and I am one of the team leaders for the ShapingEDU project, Are We There Yet? Capturing the Evolving New Now in Learning. I'm here with Tula Dlamini. Tula is a key member of our team, and he was instrumental in developing this project you're going to hear about today. So please share with the listeners a bit about the project and its goals.
I think what we sought to do was to collect the experiences of a range of people who had gone through, some very difficult moments during the pandemic. And we felt that those range of experiences would give us very rich data, which we could use either to share, the different interventions that people employed during the intervention, during the pandemic, but also, the solutions. They are unique and shareable in a lot of ways.
I think I was fortunate, though, in being able to access the digital things.
A lot of students didn't have access to always go online for online lessons. And a lot of teachers didn't have access to teach online either.
Data issues, resource issues, laptops, phones. So we bought laptops and we gave it to our students, but they had to pay it back.
As much as the university tried to cater to everyone's needs, it's almost impossible to understand how different everyone's experiences were.
For those who embraced it and ran with it, and for those who relied on groups and direct teaching, they felt really isolated.
2020 was quite a terrible year for me, like mentally, kind of just caved in.
Students need to feel connected to someone.
Teachers are human and students are human. We're all human. We're going through the same thing.
Empathy is being a very important thing.
I mean, empathy is simple. It's the ability to understand what others are going through.
That empathy that we all had during the pandemic is something that for each other, that sympathy and empathy that we had for each other is something that I don't really want school communities to lose. I really think that distant learning has been a good thing. It really kind of encouraged or forced, should I say, the education system to kind of grow legs and climb onto an online platform.
I think it's fast track our growth. And guess what? Because of online this accessibility, we can all work together.
We have about 25 interviews now, and we don't believe we should do more because we might end up with data saturation. We just want to see what these 25 or so interviews are telling us. And then maybe develop a hypothesis based on those 25 interviews. But already we've got commentary on, how people dealt with issues around mental health. We've got commentary on how people dealt with issues around technology and access, etc. So it's quite inspiring in that sense. It really puts us in a position where, with a bit of document analysis, we're able to come up with a more comprehensive story to tell, that it contributes to that whole body of work that has been collected globally around the pandemic experiences.
So what are the next steps? You've talked about research. So can you talk a little bit more about the research?
Yes, like I mentioned, it's really an inductive research. We don't start with the hypothesis. We develop the hypothesis as we do the analysis. But we've had a lot of traction. We've spoken to librarians, we've spoken to students, we've spoken to administrators from different geographies, South Africa, the UK, and across the United States. And they've given us very rich material to work with. In South Africa, for example, the kind of traction that we got, people like Professor Tawana Kupe, who is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Pretoria, the University of Pretoria is one of the largest universities in South Africa. So he sits with a lot of experience that he has been able to share with us. And by the way, Professor Coupe has just been accorded the knighthood of the French Legion of Honor for his contribution to academia. So that's the kind of respect that he has internationally. And he found it worthy to talk to us because he also thought that what we were doing was equally important.
Are there any final parting words that you have for the group?
People must just now wait for the white paper that we are developing, because that's where the meat really will be. That's where the action is. And it's going to be empirical data, which, different people can work with, but also it can lead to other studies. Scholarly work can come out of it. One of the persons that has offered to help author the white paper with us is the director of the Global Teachers Institute, because it speaks to what they are working on as well. So this is a piece of work that's going to have a lot of different inputs from different people, all addressing the same issue. And I think there would be incredible value in that.
To learn more about our project, go to the ShapingEDU website. You can also watch one or more of the interviews that have been conducted as part of this project on the ShapingEDU YouTube channel. Thank you for listening.